Wow. Come on in. Take some deep grounding breaths. I know I need them today. Hi. Feel a lot of energy right now, definitely because it's been a week, I feel like, since I've been on here. Lots of energy right now. Let me know if you feel it. We have a full moon tomorrow in Libra. Where are my Libras at? I'm feeling it. I feel like the collective right now is being faced with a lot of loss, and not loss. And it's not like this catastrophic thing. It's just really finally being real with yourself and looking in the mirror and getting real on how you're contributing to your suffering. And you know that one way that you do contribute to your suffering is staying connected to people out of fear, staying connected to people because you're getting something from them, even though you want something else, but there's something that they're feeling. Staying connected to people because of how they make you feel. So many reasons, so many things that are coming up in the collective right now on why we're in certain relationships. Why do we have certain relationships? Why are we entertaining something that we know is not what we really want? That's the question. Why are we entertaining something that we know is not what we really want? Why do we have all this time and energy for that, but not for the things that we do? Why do we have so much energy to distract ourselves? Why do we have so much energy to waste time? Why? But then when it comes to doing the things that you actually want to do, you don't have the energy, you're not ready, you don't have you don't have the time, you don't have the space. Well, I know you don't have the time and space because you're filling it with the person instead of yourself. The person is the distraction from yourself. Because you said it. You said that the people that you want around you, especially the partners, you want someone to inspire you. You want someone that inspires you. You want someone that brings out these parts of you. But is that happening right now? Is that what you're getting right now? Is that what you're feeling right now? Been using my voice more too. But I realized how hard it is to do both. But like, I was like, I can't see it. That's as much as I can do. And then I start to like think about both, and then I mess up. But I'm gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna keep practicing because I feel called to use my voice. And even if I don't sing like Whitney Houston, I feel like my voice is healing, not in just through speech, but through that. It's getting there. It's getting there. Thank you. I've been singing. I've been trying to like just sing from my heart, like my shaman said. He said, stop singing from your ego and sing from your heart. Your voice is healing and you don't have to hit all these certain notes and all these things. And I like that. Yeah, let's go. I would love to have a therapy session. Hold on, I wish I had some water in here. But I think I did that. I did that last week. You know, I was like, people, you're in your head more. I was like, I need to practice more my voice. I don't know, but I know that I could sit down right now and go to a yoga studio, and they say, Kristen, we want you to do a sound healing right now, and I could just pretend that I've been using my voice this whole time. They wouldn't know. I know you wouldn't know. And I sat down in the yoga studio and I just said, whatever happens, I'm just gonna let it flow. And then I was just like, maybe they would know a little bit. I'm in my head a little bit more though. But I just know I could do it. I could do it. And it's okay. Like, even just me messing up, I just want to be able to just move past it and not have to like catastrophize it, you know? And just be like, okay, I'm just a human doing human things. Oh, yeah, his skin's so good. Thank you. I feel like I've been getting, I don't know, a lot of comments on my skin lately. Okay, I need to get water. Okay, I can't fake that the lips is. I can't fake that my lips are sticking to my gums. Okay, I can't try to play y'all and act like there's not a reason why. Okay, so I'm just gonna be real with you. I need some water. Okay, and you know why. You know. Okay, wait, no, I can't talk no more into this. Okay, oh. Let me get some water, man. Okay, thank you for being patient. Thank you for being patient. Get some warm water. I love y'all. I love warm water in the mornings. I love you, Natasha. I finished everything that I'm sending. So, really excited for you to get it. Anyway, yeah, you guys, the truth really does set you free. The truth really does set you free. And I realize that the majority of my dysregulation, my anger, all of it is when I'm not being honest with myself or doing things that I think I have to do and not because things that I want to do. And I'm really surrendering the savior role that I've been in my whole life. I'm finally putting down the cape. And it feels so freeing, and it feels so good to not feel obligated to save anyone and feel obligated to help someone avoid feeling something that they're going to feel inevitably. I've realized that I've spent my whole life trying to help people avoid feelings that they need to feel. I've made it my mission to helping people avoid feeling feelings that they need to feel, because I've always cared more about other people's experience than my own. I've always felt that other people were more worthy of having a good experience and feeling this and having a soft place to land and all the things. But I am too. I am too. And I just realized how much I've conditioned myself to think that I'm a bad person if I don't feel exactly the same as someone else, or feel that I'm a bad person because I desire certain things. And yeah, I'm not. My feelings matter. What I want matters. I deserve to be just as attracted to my partner as they are to me. I deserve to be just as excited and feel like I hit the jackpot the same way that people may have felt that with me. I've been thinking a lot about unrequited love a lot lately. I was thinking a lot about unrequited love. And when you always hear it, it's from the perspective of the person who is the chasing, right? They're the one that they want. It's unrequited, and how it hurts to love somebody who, doesn't love you back in that same way. That's so painful, right? But I feel like a lot of people don't talk about the person that is being chased and how the unrequited love feels to them, especially when the person chasing them is a really good person. It does have all these things on paper that you would be like, of course, this is partner material. Of course, like they do all these things, and look, look how they treat you and look how they make you feel. Look, they do all these things that you say you want. But it's unrequited because it's just missing that something. It's not about what you do and how much anything, proving your worth, jumping through hoops. It's not about that. It's just something that you can't explain. And sometimes it doesn't need explaining, and sometimes it doesn't need rationalizing, and sometimes it doesn't need a whole story behind it. It's just a feeling, and you need to honor that more. Sometimes we need to honor that our brain is looking so desperately to rationalize every single decision and make sense of it, when it's not everything is rational when it comes to your emotions and your feelings. Sometimes it really just is a feeling. And that is what intuition is, and that is what trusting your gut is about. It's not about trusting it because you have all the answers. Trust it because you have everything laid out. Trust it because here's this. No, it's trusting it when I really don't know and it doesn't make sense why I feel this way, but I'm just honoring that I feel this way. Period. And however that makes other people feel, that is okay. I'm really starting to get more comfortable with people being mad at me. I'm really starting to get more comfortable with people being disappointed in me. I'm really starting to get more comfortable with people feeling some type of way, any type of way about me. Because it's no longer my mission in life to be liked by everyone. It's no longer my mission in life to be liked by everyone and to be buddy and best friends with every single one. I've recognized that the level of depth and capacity that I want to put, and level of depth and effort that I want to put into my friendships, the people that I call my best friends, I don't have the capacity to give that to multiple, all these people. I've recognized that because I've burned myself out trying to be that for everybody. I have. I burned myself out trying to be what everyone needs, everyone's bestie, everyone's person, everyone's this. I can't, I don't want to, I can't, and I don't want to. Because I know what kind of friend I am. And if we are sitting here having a conversation, yep, it's definitely going to probably turn into a coaching session, because I like talking, and that's the kind of people that gravitate towards me, is people that want to be seen. I know what it is. But I really have strategically chosen me, I've actually chosen people that have the depth to carry me too. There's not one person that I call my best friend that can't hold my depth. All 4 of them can. You know who you are. Excuse me. Okay? So I'm very satiated when it comes to that. And so that's where it's like, even when it comes to friendships, the more that you heal and the more that you step into your confidence and the more that you don't give a damn. You know how magnetizing that shit is, babe? The more that you radiate your light, you know how magnetizing it is? You know how many people are going to want to be your friend? You know how many people are going to want to be around you? You know how many people are just going to want, I just want to hang out and just do the things with you because it's infectious. It feels so good. It's freeing. It's liberating to be around somebody who is so free in what they are, in the shadows and the light. I can talk about the things I'm beautiful in and great at, and I can also talk about the things that are shortcomings and that are used to be really make me insecure, and I can talk about it like this, and then we can move on. What are we doing today? I know where I'm at, okay? You know how that feels to be around that? It feels like you can do it too. So yes, the more that you wake up, the more that you heal, of course, you're going to have people that just keep coming out and all these things. And it's up to you to choose the characters in your movie, babe. Just because someone tries to be in the movie doesn't mean that they just automatically get a role. Aren't you consciously choosing things now, or is life still just happening to you? Aren't you consciously making decisions now from a place of truth and what you need, and unapologetically, and understanding that that's not selfish? That you can't be everything to everyone. That's why you got burned out all the times in the first place. So why are you gonna keep doing it again? I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. And not that those pennies don't have substance. Not that those pennies are not depth or not valuable. They clearly have value. But there's a limit. Your energy is not an all-you-can-eat buffet. So you're going to have limits with your energy and not feel bad about it. And I was tired of feeling bad about it. While sitting here laid up, can barely focus on my own stuff because I'm drained talking to people all day or doing this or doing that. I know what I have the capacity for, and I know what I don't. It feels good to just honor that and not feel like I'm the person that is supposed to personally save every single person. Just because I do have the tools to have conversations with people. I could have a conversation all day with every day. I know that I have the tools to talk to hundreds of people all day, but I know I don't have the energy. And that's why I have to have strong boundaries within myself, because you know how many people that I know can't afford the coaching, and maybe they don't see my lives and they just go into my DM and they ask me all these things and blah, blah, blah. Of course, I know, I can tell you, when I'm reading it, of course, I know a few sentences. That's why I'm telling you, there's so many people that I've never talked to, never seen in my life. And I just say, hey, I hope you don't mind me sending you a voice note. It's just easier for me to get this out. And I'll just pour into them and just say what I feel. And it's a complete stranger. And then I will never talk to them again. Like, I'll never talk to them again. And they'll say, thank you so much for responding. Oh my gosh. Like, that makes so much sense. Okay. It's that easy. If it's that easy for me to help someone shift their perspective, just sending a voice note, that doesn't even take a lot of energy. But when it adds up, It does. So that's where you have to have a limit at some point. But I love it. I love the fact that I guess I have this thing within me that feels so natural and feels so like matter of fact and obvious to me, but I know it's not. And someone says something and it's like, as soon as I read their message, I immediately, my whole body lights up. I'm trying to explain to you. My whole body lights up. I get this visceral feeling in my chest because in that moment, I know that I have the words for this person right now. I know it. And I know now, after going through my own healing journey, how crucial and how important those words are sometimes. And it makes me emotional because there was just a friend when I was going through my lowest low and drugs and all the things that I was on in 2021 in the worst relationship, overdose, all the things y'all know. It was just a friend that answered the phone and called me. She noticed my erratic behavior. And she noticed because she was an addict herself, and she noticed my behavior, and I wasn't able to fake the funk anymore. I wasn't able to fake the light. I wasn't able to. And she followed her intuition and she took the time for free and just called me and said, talk to me. What's wrong? You're doing something and this is not you. I remember you from elementary school. You're the brightest light. You always did this. And it makes me emotional because it's like those moments mean so much. And that's why I always want to pay it forward, because I'm so glad, social media, I'm so glad that she saw me and cared enough to reach out and have a conversation with, at this point, a stranger, because we haven't seen each other for like 20 years. But that's not, it's the right thing to do, you know? I'm just so emotional because I just love that this is my gift. And this is how I get to contribute. And it's so nice because I said, I want to just make a living existing. And to me, having these conversations just feels like breathing to me, you know? And yeah, it just feels good. It feels good to be able to pay it forward, but then also recognize like I'm allowed to have boundaries and it's not my job to do this. And also people can invest in me, and this is what I do for a living. So I need to be okay with doing this for a living too, and knowing that it's very valuable. So it's just finding the balance. Because ultimately my goal is not to get rich. My goal is to help people. So if you told me that all my resources and everything that I wanted would be taken care of, I don't care about the money. That's what I'm saying. It's never about the money, but money is something that we acknowledge in this society because it's a way to control people. So I'll play the game. But if you told me all my food, everything would be taken care of, I could live how I want to live, and I just go out and do it, and my energy and my resources, and I would just do it. That's how I know that it's not about making money. So I'm figuring it out. I'm cracking this code. Take money off that pedestal, take money, stop worshiping the money. It's not the money. It's the time, it's the freedom. So figuring out how to get to that, not compromising who you are and selling your soul and not being in your integrity, and also doing something that is slowly killing you. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to be willing to get uncomfortable financially. You got to let go of a lifestyle that it's not even serving you. You got all the bags and you got all the shoes and you got the house and you got the car and you're still miserable. Let it go. Let it go. I'm talking to myself. I've been sitting on renting this out and just letting it go. Downsizing, getting a small storage. I just need a break. But can you give up your lifestyle? Can you give up your comfort? Can you give up having that sense of stability of knowing what every day is going to look like, even though that's what's killing you? The fact that you know what every fucking day is going to look like is torturing you. I know. But it also is where you're comfortable. But you know that you have to get uncomfortable if you want to be truly happy. And that's where you feel stuck. Every day looks the same, and it's just breaking down your spirit because you know you're meant to see and experience and talk and have conversations and try different foods and have the space to actually think about the next steps in life. You can't do that when you're constantly bogged down. So how do you free yourself? Even if it's just for 6 months, stop thinking that you have to have everything a whole year planned out. No, you don't. No, you don't. I I believe that. Yeah. So thanks for letting me just channel and say that. It feels so good because I feel like I'm having a lot of breakthroughs lately, and it's coming in the form of really choosing myself and making some really hard decisions and just really honoring what I really want and the ways that I'm blocking myself from it. And I'm very aware of the ways that I'm blocking myself from what I say I truly want. And then I have to go deeper and say why you yearn for these things, but you know that you have these blocks that are stopping you from being present and being available to what it is that you say that you're seeking. Why? And then I guess there's just deep parts of me that feel like, oh, is it ever going to happen? I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to be disappointed, or I don't want to miss out on something that I could tolerate. But I know that I want to feel something else. There's something that's there that's missing, and you know that's true too. And so, are you brave enough to take that leap, knowing I don't know when this may happen, but I just believe wholeheartedly that it will. And in the meantime, I'm so fixated on when, but are you where you want to be? Why is it that when the partner comes in, that's when you're going to start building? When the partner comes in, that's when you're going to start being happy. When the partner comes in, that's when you're going to start your music career. What's stopping you now? Don't you want to be in the frequency of feeling that safety within yourself and that security within yourself that you can do this? So that one day, if it does happen and the partner decides and changes their mind, you still have a sense of who you are because you've built who you were independent of them, if that's your story. Because if you continue dating people and meeting people and it's not working out, it seems like you should listen to the fact that it's not working out because it's not supposed to right now, because the person that you need to date is yourself, because you don't know yourself to the capacity that you need to be in the healthy relationship that you're seeking. You got to be able to know yourself. You got to know your limitations. You have to know your boundaries and be able to articulate them. You got to mean what you say and stand on business and actually have consequences this time, or else you're going to be doing the same pattern of self-abandonment if you don't. What is the difference? So it's like we're rushing to the next partner, but have we really worked on this? Have we really gotten ourselves to a place where we're not going to self-sabotage when the love comes in because we actually feel deserving and worthy of it? Have you gotten to the place where you can be super duper vulnerable about how you feel and not just the things that you've talked about? No, in the moment, I don't feel like this right now. I'm really scared right now. I'm falling for you right now. And it really scares me because these emotions are feeling really big and I don't want to make a mistake. And there's a big part of me that wants to run away right now. But I told myself I'm done running. Are you ready to have these discussions? You know, are you ready to put it out? Would you like the breakthroughs? Yes, I do like the breakthroughs that I'm having right now, if that's what you're asking. Are you ready? Are you ready to not run away when things get hard? Are you ready to honor if it's not what you really want, even though it's hard? Are you ready to be 100% true to yourself? Period. No more shrinking. No more tiptoeing around. No more pretending you don't care about something that you know damn well you do. No, it's okay. That's why I was trying to figure out what you're saying. I don't know if you're asking me a question or what. But yeah, I feel more and more free. And I definitely feel the feelings and all the things of really removing myself from certain situations that I know are not serving me. I definitely feel it. You feel the void, even when you know that someone or something is not good for you. When you remove it, there's all this space. And that's what I'm saying. We have all this space once you actually remove it. And then what do you do with it? Do you just jump right back into something else and fill up the space again? Or do you say, I'm going to fill this space with me? I'm going to scream. I'm going to cry. I'm going to hit the walls. I'm going to be irrational. I'm going to be the victim. I'm going to be the perpetrator. I'm going to cuss them out in my head. I'm going to cry and blame myself. I'm going to go through all the range of emotions in the peace of my own home, so I'm not sitting here like a spectacle. And then I'm going to pull myself together. And then I'm going to regulate. And then I'm going to stand the fuck up. I'm going to start owning my shit. And I'm going to start maturing. And I'm going to stop running from myself in uncomfortable situations. And I'm going to own when I'm wrong. And I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to acknowledge and accept where I'm at right now and stop trying to put on and be a mask and try to pretend to be somewhere I'm not. I'm going to own it. I'm going to own it. And the person that's meant to do it with me is going to see me, and they're going to choose that and choose all of it, or not at all. And I'm okay with it. There's times where I can be difficult. There's times where I can be irrational. There's times where I can spiral in my anger and talk fast and send you a wall of text. That is a version of me too, and I'm not going to hide that. I'm working on it because I want to be more regulated in situations, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I got it all together and I'm too cool for school and I'm never going to, no, I'm over that. And those other women are just so insecure, not me. No, I'm insecure in certain things, and I can feel very possessive in relationships. And if I do feel like my connection's being threatened sometimes, I really got to center and ground myself, because I can get very irrational very fucking quick. And I can create a whole story that seems and feels very real because I'm very dysregulated. And whatever I'm thinking is the truth because I want it to be the truth, because the deep down feelings of unworthiness are just coming out. The deep down feelings of abandonment are coming out. But now that is no longer my truth. So I'm at a place where when those thoughts come up, I'm able to sit and say, Kristen, okay, before we call this person and say all this stuff, nah, we got to take inventory with ourselves first. Wait, is what you're saying, it's a fact? Because half the things, half the worries, half the stuff that we say, if you know it's a fact, then what you fighting for anyway? If you think that there's cheater, you think that they're lying, you think they're sneaking around, what are you fighting for anyway? Make it make sense. So do you believe the thoughts and you don't care about the thoughts? Or are the thoughts irrational and it just makes you feel good in the moment to think that you know it all because you need to be in control of some type of narrative, because not knowing makes you feel crazy. So you're going to apply what you think you know or past experiences to this situation so that you can fill in the gaps, because just sitting in the feelings and not knowing is just too much. Just sitting in the feelings and not knowing is just too much. I need to know. I need to be in control. Are we doing this? Are we not? Are we together? Are we not? I need to know right now. Are we doing this? Do you still want me? Do you want me right now? I need to know right now. I'm dysregulated. I need to know right now. So if you can't call, I'll fill in the gaps. I'll fill in the gaps because I need to know right now. I can't just sit and be. That's been us. That's been you. That's been you. If you could articulate what was going on in your mind when you got super dysregulated in that relationship, that's what it would come out. That's what would come out if you were being honest and you were actually present with yourself and not dissociating, sending walls and walls of text, or dissociating, calling, hanging up, calling, hanging up, calling, hanging up, calling, hanging up, calling, hanging up. That's dissociation. Calling, hanging up, calling, hanging up, calling. Who put a heart in the chat if you've been this dysregulated where you have called and hung up, walls of text, called and hung up, walls of text. You have called and hung up. Put a heart in the chat if you've been this dysregulated and you knew that the person that you were texting was the only person that would be able to get you back. You knew it, and you couldn't fucking stand it. You can't stand it. That if they would just answer, show you even a crumb of attention, you would start to regulate. That is so frustrating. Please just give me a little hit. Give me a little hit. Because I've mistaken attention with love. Give me a hit because I've mistaken lust with love. Give me a hit because I've mistaken words as love. Give me a hit, please. I'm in denial right now and I don't give a fuck. Tell me what I want to hear right now. Tell me that you're not leaving. Tell me that you still want me. Tell me that you love me. Tell me that you're not going anywhere. Tell me that you were just asleep and I need to chill out. even though my intuition is telling me something different. Tell me what I want to hear, please. Because this is too much. This is accountability. This is radical acceptance. This is truth, and it's just too much. This is what you would say if you were actually present with your emotions in those times when you get dysregulated. I know you're not right for me, but you're right now. I know you're not right for me, but you're right now. Give me the hit. Give me the hit. It's the same thing. You know it's wrong when you're doing it. Drug addicts are aware that it's wrong and they don't want to do it, and they still are doing it. They're crying saying, I don't want to do it, as they're doing it. I've been there. Why I fucking can't stand that I want to do that every day. Okay, I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. I'm not going to go and meet up with it. I'm not buying no more. I'm good. I'm done. I don't like how this makes me feel. Okay. And then the next day, literally, it's just like nothing. Like you didn't even have that conversation, and your mind is like, you're going, bitch. Until you're going. You're in the car and you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's the same thing with that hit of dopamine. It's the same thing as a human. A human gives you that same feeling is what I'm saying. If not more. So you have to really discern. Discernment has to be a factor here. We are gonna mute Patrick because I'm not in the mood today. Thank you. We gonna mute ya. There's sometimes I'm able to deal with people coping, and with laughter and being funny. And then there's sometimes there's like, hey, no, we need to have a real heart-to-heart. There's nothing funny. And so that's what I'm saying. I could go into that with him, Patrick. I could go in and give him the energy and say it and talk to him about it. Or you can just say, it's not my job to get to the root of this and that and go deep into it, because it's not that deep. Even though it is. But it doesn't have to be. Yeah. I really realize we get to choose. We do. At some point, once you have radical acceptance of who people are, where people are at, what the situation is, how you feel, which is a big one. Once you have radical acceptance of how you feel and you start to own it, woo, things just start falling. Things just be changing quick. And you start to see where you just kept giving attention or giving energy to something that you didn't even want. And I've had to sit there. I've had to really sit and I've reflected on my relationships and all these tumultuous relationships and calling and driving to people's house. You guys, I've done it all. Driving up, posting up, catching people in the act, and I've done it all. I was very toxic in my 20s. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I had extreme anxiety and insecure attachment, and I know why. I'm not ashamed of that version of me, man. She was really trying to survive. She really just wanted to feel loved and feel like the same. She was also neurodivergent and undiagnosed. She had all this shit going on. Okay, she had no one to fucking talk to. She had no one to talk to. So my girl was doing things that she wouldn't be proud of today, but I'm proud of her because her intention was to love, whether it came out in some fucked up ways. Her intention was to love and I would always find the person who was really, really, really hurt. I would always find the man who was deeply, deeply hurt and try to love them, because I wanted to love my dad. My dad wouldn't let me. So I was like, I'm going to find a man that's just like you. And I'm going to break through to him because I want to connect with somebody in this way. But I realized that I didn't know it didn't have to come with all this pain. It didn't need to come like this. Like it needs to be forthcoming on both parties. It needs to be forthcoming on both parties. I don't want to force anybody to be vulnerable. I don't want to force anybody to do anything like that, man. I want it to come so natural, and that's when it feels so organic and beautiful. Even when you're building friendships. I am building a friendship right now that feels so organic, and it hasn't been perfect, and it hasn't been just like, oh, everything. No, it has, it's challenged me and opened me up and done things that this is what I want from my friendships. These are the friendships that I'm going to have close to me, because I realize I need to be challenged. And so I'm learning with even the last month what I need from romantic relationships pretty much is the same thing that I need from my close best friend, my friendships. It's the same thing, except I'm going to be intimate and physical with my partner. And then I'm going to have that container, and there's things that we are just going to keep between us. But other than that, oh, I have someone in the window as they're taking off the stuff. Anyway. What was I saying? This ain't good for my ADHD, having a man in the window right now. It ain't good. Okay. But what I'm saying is I'm really recognizing, and it's just taking me at this age to really recognize what it is that I need and want. And that's why it's like, why would I sit here and waste my time and say, gosh, I'm so old I'm too old. No, I'm not. I'm right on time. That is something that people get programmed to believe. I feel like I'm juicy and fresh and ripe, and I feel like I'm in it, because mentally, yes, maybe in my 20s, I was sat a little bit higher, but I still like how they sit right now. Maybe in my 20s, I had a little less lines. I still think, I look pop. I don't know. I don't feel like that. So I feel good in my spirit. But now I have the wisdom and the knowledge and the protection and all the things. Let's go. Life is about to get so juicy and fun and carefree, because I know that I can protect myself. I know that I'm not going to continue abandoning myself. I know I'm not going to be just all of a sudden just falling into stuff. No, I'm consciously choosing the relationships that I'm in. I'm consciously choosing the relationships that I'm in and the dynamic of it. I am. Okay? I am. I don't want to put on. I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to pretend. I don't want to do it. I don't like how it feels in my spirit. I can't. Okay? I can't. And I don't want to hold back. And I don't want all of it. I want to be out and everything. All of it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I don't want to hide nothing. Okay? I don't want to hide nothing. Hide anything. Hiding makes me anxious. That is what that's the new program. I don't know. I can't undo it now. It used to be hiding makes me feel safe. Now the new program is hiding makes me anxious, because why? What is it that you don't want people to see? And whatever that is, we need to sit with it then. Whatever it is that you don't want people to see that's making you anxious and feel like you have to hide, then let's go ahead and sit down together and let's address it and let's go. The discomfort that you feel right now and the fact that you're not able to just bypass these feelings anymore is going to force you to sit with it a lot sooner and not just be carrying on this baggage for years and years and years, because you are awake to the discomfort in your body now. You're no longer numb. You no longer are numb to it. So you just sitting here and get your ass cooked. You just sitting here kicking your ass over and over and over again because you refuse to be real with yourself and others. You just sit here and get your ass whooped all day. You know what I'm talking about. Whooping that ass, ruminating, whooping that ass. You be ruminating, whooping that ass. You be ruminating, whooping that ass. You be ruminating, whooping that ass. It be ruminating. That's why you're tired. That's why you wake up and you're tired. You're cortisol because you're tired. Because you're ruminating, whooping that ass. Because you're ruminating, whipping your ass. That's why you can't sleep. Okay? That's why you wake up at 3 a.m. because you're ruminating, whipping that ass. Ruminating, whipping that ass. Okay, that's why. It's true. I know. It don't matter how you present to the world, baby. What matters is when you lay your head on that pillow, how you feel about yourself, baby. All right? It don't matter no more how you present to the world. What matters is how you feel when you lay your head on the pillow. Yep. Because it's all about you. Okay? You recognize that it doesn't matter how many people tell you that you're beautiful. If you feel ugly, you still gonna act like it. It don't matter. If you feel ugly, if you genuinely don't feel beautiful, it's gonna show how you act and how you carry yourself, and the way that you say, "Oh no, stop! Oh, you're pretty," and I wish I was pretty. I've always no. When you just you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You used to that version of you that someone gives you a compliment and then you just use that as a time to tear yourself down and say all the things that you actually hate about yourself. What? Like, stop doing that shit. Wow, you look so beautiful today. I know, but there's what the fuck did that have to do with what? What? Wow, you look so beautiful today. I know. I know, but I just have this. If I could just get this on. Okay, I'm telling you that you look beautiful right now with that. I'm telling you that you look beautiful right now with this, whatever the fuck this is. This guy is, I forget that, I'm so present that this guy is looking at me. I'm doing it, and he's just literally like shoveling off the roof things. He's like taking off the roof. You know what I'm saying? Whatever them things, them shingles. And I forgot that he was there because I'm just talking to y'all, and he was just like, I'm like, y'all ain't go. Let me close these blinds because y'all ain't gonna get me with you. No, flying off this roof because I'm scaring you now. Let me close these blinds now, bitch, because I'm not liable, bitch. Because he was over there. He's over there. Look. That's how we act. That's how it looks. I want y'all to know. So I'm planting a seed. That's how you act when someone gives you a compliment and then you just choose that to tear yourself down. That's how you look. So you gonna keep doing it? You're gonna keep doing it? Look at him. Look. Okay. Oh, hi. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be me, bitch. This is my exposure therapy. Okay? I'm getting exposed right now. See? I'm comfortable with y'all, but what about the random roof person that don't know what the fuck, can't hear nothing, and he just thinks I'm sitting here. He can't even see the iPad. If all he know, I'm just sitting here meditating in the sun doing this. He can't even see the phone from this angle. So all he knows, he could perceive me. I'm sitting in the sun doing this. And this is me. I'm getting the exorcism. I'm getting the exorcism right now, and he's doing the roof. That's crazy. And he could go home and tell a whole story. You see how things just can get, you see what I'm talking about? So just let them think what they want. Okay, I can't control what you think about me. I can't. So you're going to go home and tell your wife that you saw somebody get the X. You go, whatever you want to tell her. Okay, I'm never going to see you again. And I'm never going to see you again. You see? This is my exposure therapy. He looked at me crazy as fuck. Rightfully so. Please hurry up from this window. Damn. Can you move on down to the other window? This house ain't even that big. Shit. Okay. All right. Let me just ground myself. This is a good time to do this. I want him to see me also grounded. I'm grounded too. I'm not always crazy. Look at me now. I'm stimming. feel better. Okay, my inner child was like, you said you like these parts of me. I said, I do. Bam. That's why I went extra. She said, no, be extra. I told you guys, I listen to my inner child, and sometimes she's brutal. I'd be at her mercy and shit. And so she's like, oh, here's someone who has no idea what we're talking about. Prove to me that you're not ashamed of me. And I'm like, girl, come on. I prove to you all the time. Look at all the shit. Prove to me now in front of the stranger. I said, not now. And then I just started acting crazy, and I had to do it. I had to do it. She said, prove it, bitch. She's like, you've been telling everybody else to do exposure therapy. You've been telling everybody else to put themselves out here. Here's your opportunity. Put your money where your mouth is. And so, yeah. It's okay. On the lunch break, I think they take a lunch break at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna go outside and just be like, yeah. So how y'all doing? Yeah, I was releasing something. So I just wanted the elephant in the room. I was releasing something, but it's okay. I'm good. You're safe. Okay. I'm gonna say it on the lunch break. I'm gonna be like, I know what you saw. I want to talk about what you saw. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity for me to role play. I was just telling one of my friends yesterday, I want to role play more. I just want to use my free will more. So I feel like, this is like a perfect movie scene where he saw something that he shouldn't saw with some crazy ass bitch. So when the lunch break goes, I'm gonna say, hey, I want to talk about what you saw earlier. I'm gonna say it real straight face. I'm gonna talk about what you saw up there. And then I want to see what he says. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm really going to do this, all right? I really am going to do this. I want to talk about what you saw up there. Yeah. So, and then I got to see what he says first. I got to see what he says first. I got to see if he starts saying, no, I'm doing it. I don't know, because we have a language barrier too. But so we'll see if he starts saying like, oh, no, I wasn't seeing that. And I'm saying, no, it's okay. No, I'm open. No, I want to tell you. I want to tell you what it is. I'll say it. We'll see. I'll let you guys know tomorrow or Thursday. Oh, wow, Mahogany, I love that. Okay, we're on the same wavelength, babe. I'm trying to tell people. I'll be telling my friends, and I'll be having these random downloads for them. And I'm like, you need to do this. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you. I be getting the downloads for y'all all the time. And I'm just saying, like, you need to do it. Your fear of being seen is not going to go away not being seen. And you can't just keep doing things that are comfortable. Like, for me, dancing in public is not that scary. But I'm not dancing, like doing this and doing that. Like, this is such like a grown ass man just looking through the window, and he's just looking at me, and I'm just doing it. So yeah, I feel more exposed. You guys know me. You guys know my personality. He doesn't. So I'm really giving him an opportunity to create whatever story in his head right now. And that is what we're scared of. That's what we're scared of. And I don't care. I love who I am. And like whatever he tells or whatever he thinks, or if he laughs or if he thinks I'm crazy, it's okay, because I know who I am, and that's what matters most. And I also have people around me that know who I am and love these parts of me too. So I feel great. I feel great about it. I feel great about it. I like it, actually. I like being that weird part in someone's day. I like being that weird, fucked up, what the fuck. I like being a story, bitch. Get your life. I'll make your life more interesting, bitch. Not even trying to. Make your life more interesting. You got a story to tell. Y'all got something to talk about over dinner, okay? Damn, maybe I'm just, get some conversation. Shit. Something to talk about. Who knows? I really think about shit like that, because that's how it plays out in movies when you see it from a bird's eye view. And that's life. The movies that we watch is just us. So I see life like this. I really do. I know this is real. The more and more the more and more that I became, you know, gardener and started gardening more, the more and more I said, bitch, these stupid stoner movies are not like exaggerated, okay? It's just, if you think they're stupid, it's because you haven't experienced this level of gardening, to where the stuff that they're saying and how high and all those dumb movies, it is life. It's life. It is life. Okay. I've experienced times where I'm like, oh my God, this is a fucking stoner movie moment. Some dumbass shit that I'm doing. Like, so I like when I, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's life. And you can either relate to it because you've allowed yourself to experience it, or you don't. And it's not for everybody. The art, those type of movies aren't for everybody. There's some people that hate those genres and feel like it's a waste of, but if you experience it, that shit's funny because you're like, yo, the way that he's staring at his hand and he's like, bro, I never realized how many pores or how my hand looks. I've done that shit. That's not exaggerating. And it's so true. We don't stop. You don't even know what it looks like. That's why I can't stand that saying, I know you like the back of my hand. When's the last time you sat and studied your fucking hand? That means you don't know me at all. That's what I think. Like, when you say, I know you like the back of my hand. No, the fuck you don't, because you don't know. Tell me what your hand look like. Tell me where the random moles are. Tell me what it looks like. Tell me what the back of your hand looks like right now. Put them behind your back and tell me. Describe them in detail. No, you don't take the time to actually look at it. And maybe the stoner movie that is just wasting the brain cells is actually you slowing the fuck down and actually acknowledging the beauty that's right in front of you all the time. Like your hand. Because what are those hands going to create? What are those hands going to do? Yeah, maybe you should stop and slow down and look at these hands. See, look, I'm saying normal stuff too. He's looking at me again. Look, now I'm preaching now. You see? I'm in my right mind now. You hear me now? You see, you're getting duality now. Here, look. Listen. You ready? Listen. You hear? What you saying? You see it? See? Hold on, wait. Look. Look. Listen. Escucha. And look. See? Okay. Thank you. Look, I love it. Look, I could have missed that beautiful opportunity to connect with somebody if I'm in my head. And just because we don't speak the same language, he also smiled as soon as I played the music, and he understood that, and I didn't need to speak. He just enjoyed it. But if I'm in my head and worried about what he thinks, that, oh my God, and then I wouldn't have had that beautiful moment. But I don't care. I don't, because I love who I am. So you just saw me being crazy? Okay, let me open the window and show you another side of me. And he seemed like he was really happy about it. I don't know. That was just exposure therapy. So thank you for doing that live. You guys just saw me like doing it live. Yeah, it is. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. ADHD. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Don't know. right, you guys, let's do some readings today. Let's do some readings today. Let's do some readings today. Okay. I know, I love it. Hey, Stacy. Stacy. Hey. Okay. So, let's do some readings. As always, let me pick a few cards first, collectively. Then, if you guys want to send $20 and do a 7-minute mini reading, connect. Let's go. This is the first day that I feel open, that I don't have to rush, that I can pour into my business. And so I need to take advantage of this because I cannot let my other job take over. I can't do that. So I got to stay focused on the readings and stay sharp on my gifts. So let's go. Let's go. Clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. Clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. Clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. Clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. Clear that energy. This is gonna be a track. That's a track that I'm. Do you like that? That's a mantra. That's the song. All these little songs that I've been making is gonna be little, just mantra. I'm gonna make a mantra album because I can. I would listen to that, like literally when you rock to that, like when you're like, ugh, I just feel like I'm just like in this negative energy, and you just put on that song. Clear that energy. Clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. You gotta clear that energy. Hey, clear my energy. Hey, clear my energy. Hey, clear that energy. I'm gonna clear my energy. Hey, clear that energy. It doesn't even need to be all that. We overcomplicate it. I would elevate. With that. I'd be like, hey, clear that energy. Clear that energy. Hey, clear that energy. That's how I be. Hey, clear that energy. That'll help with the percussion. I'll beef it up. You know, I have a producer that can because I know the beat and stuff is important. I'm really inspired right now, you guys. I'm really inspired right now. It's because I've made the space. I've made the space for my inspiration again. I have. All right. Life is not all about indulging and running away and having fun. That's the first message. Life is not just about having the fun and indulging and always doing that all the time. There is times where you have to be disciplined, where you have to sacrifice, where it's not going to feel good all the time, and that is necessary too. Okay? The fact that you want it to feel good all the time is the problem. Okay? The fact that you want it to feel good all the time is the problem. Okay, let's see the first two cards that came out. Oh, I love it. Bravado, imagination. Bravado, imagination. Your child, it says warrior guides, and it says inner child. Your inner child is a warrior. Your inner child is strong. Your inner child is very much present and actually has a lot more courage than you give them credit for. And they're tired of you downplaying them, and they're tired of you seeing it in everyone else, and they're tired of your own children only getting the recognition and love. They want it too, and they're tired of it. So they are a warrior too, and they want you to recognize them more. Yo, how you think you got here without me? I didn't give up as a child. They didn't break me as a child when I was most susceptible. How do you think you got here, standing here, forming your mouth to tear me down, forming your mouth to tell me I'm not good enough? How dare you? That's what your inner child is saying right now. I'm a warrior. You've forgotten who I was. You've already survived. You have. Now you have to let go of the resentment and the disappointment and the anger and the feelings that you weren't allowed to feel during those moments. That's it. You're not reliving it actually physically unless you want to, because you have relived it through these toxic relationships over and over that you have had a really hard time letting go of. You continue to relive the toxic dynamics through these toxic relationships over and over, and many of you are done. You want to see what it looks like to actually stand on your own. You want to see what it looks like to actually fight for yourself in a way that you never have before, because you're always fighting for everyone else. Always standing up for your children. Always standing up for your best friend. But what about you? What about you? Do you allow people to stand up for you? Do you receive people wanting to fight for you? Do you receive it, or do you feel like it's a burden? Do you feel uncomfortable when someone goes out of their way for you? You got to get clear on it. Do you want it, and are you open to receiving it, or do you push it away and self-sabotage it? Which one is it? It takes two to tango. It's not that everybody doesn't want to give it to you. It's not that everyone doesn't have the capacity. You got to meet people halfway with your vulnerability and truth, which is something that's been challenging for you. Yeah, so you have to use your words when you're upset and not be passive aggressive. That's what that means. You actually have to set a boundary and let people know how they make you feel instead of being passive aggressive. That's what that means. You have to stop pretending like you don't feel things. You have to start being sweeter and softer with yourself. You're really sensitive, and that's not a bad thing, but you need to honor it more. Okay, I see that we had someone come in. Okay. 10:20. Kathy, I didn't even see you in here. Kathy, where you at? Say hello. I didn't even see you. I didn't see you sneak in here. Okay. Okay, here you are. Oh, I think the name is changed. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, Kathy, let's see what's going on. Let me get the timer. Let's see what's going on with your energy. Let's see what your spirit guides have to say. Let me know if you have any specific questions. This is going to be 7 minutes on the clock, so feel free to stop me. Why is it looking like this? Okay. All right. What is going on with Kathy's energy? Wow, that didn't take long. What's going on with Kathy's energy? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oof, okay. Lots of cards came out for you, Kathy. I started burping right away, which lets me know that there's still just stuff with your truth, stuff with things that are coming up, and it's burping like you're just like unclogging is what it felt like. The burp felt really like relieving, like a pipe that has been clogged with like all this fabric and cotton, and it's just coming out. That is the visual that I get. Okay, so wow, really, really beautiful energy that is coming out for you today. It really is. You are no more suffering in silence. No more suffering in silence, Kathy. That's why I was burping and having all the stuff. Your truth is coming out. You're done doing this. You're done suffering in silence, and you recognize that you are deserving of being witnessed and seen in all of who you are, and not just the parts that you've been conditioned to think are enough or beautiful. And so your spirit team is really, really proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Just confirming that the solitude is exactly where you're supposed to be right now, being in that solitude, still gaining the confidence within yourself, independent of needing it. And this is why all the external validation and the dopamine is fading away. It's not feeling the same. It's not giving you the same excitement, because it's not supposed to, because you're coming into a chapter where the excitement is coming from within. Okay? Do you want to join right now? Let's go. Okay? The excitement is coming from within. Hold on. If you want to join, I accepted it. Okay? Okay? Hi, Kathy. Kathy, did you know that you requested? Kathy. But anyway. I don't know if you knew that you hit a video, but yeah, the solitude is for you to recalibrate and really get clear on who you are, independent of feeling like you need to put on. You are tired of performing. You are tired of feeling like you have to play a character. And so the solitude is protecting you because your vulnerability is making you feel like you're walking around bare, even though you're not physically, but it feels that way. And so until you get more comfortable and accepting of who you are, the isolation is necessary. And it's not you hiding and running away. It is you protecting and healing and coming into yourself with a place of confidence, not needing anyone. So that is a flex. The self-discipline is so needed in this chapter, and you know it. Now that you are directing your focus from all these external factors and distractions, now you can put more discipline into yourself, okay? And that is what you've needed from such a long time, for you to really go on this journey with yourself. And it's less about the destination and more about the journey and proving it to yourself, and being dedicated to yourself. So the discipline is one of the highest forms of self-love, because you're going to be doing things because you know it's good for you, even when it's hard and even when it feels wrong. And you're going to be fighting those thoughts that tell you to give up, and fighting those thoughts that tell you, oh, you don't need to go today, who cares? And that's where you have to come in and say, I care. I love myself enough to get up and do it, even if I have to change up something. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for consistency. And so that is the next chapter. That is a big part of it. The judgment, the self-judgment, and the way that we ruminate on certain things, that is something that needs to soften more, and something that you need to start to be even more mindful with the way that you're speaking and judging. You've been through enough judgment. And so at this point in your journey, it's kind of counterproductive. Hold yourself accountable, but saying that you're this type of person because of this experience, or you're that kind of person because you did this, that's not fair. When we know and we're discovering why we had these behaviors and why we were like this in the first place, it's counterproductive. Okay? So the judgment is softening. The judgment is dissipating the more that you recognize and acknowledge and continue to acknowledge your pain and where you come from and why you are the way that you are, and in accepting that. And I think that's something that you're working on. Now, for the lovey-gubby, ishy-gushy, the life force that is waking up within you is something that is fierce and powerful, okay? And it's an energy that you have never felt within yourself, and maybe you have but just don't remember. You're remembering it now because it's shifting already. It's already happening right now. But when you really fully click, when it really fully clicks, whatever this breakthrough is around this new beginning that you're having, and you can see here Divine Father, because there's a lot of healing with Dad that is taking place and that will take place in the next couple weeks, couple months, so that you can be prepared not to just jump right in and be with somebody else. This has nothing to be with somebody else, even though that is a big part of your sorry, they're like blowing all the stuff off my plants. I feel so bad for my plants. Okay, but the old karma is coming back for you to heal it. And so a lot of you have been feeling like you've been going through a cycle for months, if not years, of feeling like you're just going through one thing after another and being faced with one thing. And it's because you're being uprooted. And the time that it takes for you to integrate is the time that it takes for you to take action. There's no other way around it at this point. We've tried to intellectualize it for years. We've tried to intellectualize it for months. We've tried to intellectualize it for weeks. At some point, you have to accept that it is what it is, and you have to choose happiness. You have to choose happiness despite your life not being perfect, despite that. And for a lot of us, it is choosing ourselves in a way creatively. It is choosing a different career. It is choosing different relationships. It's these big life pillars that are being dismantled that feel so dysregulating in life right now. But the fact that we're hanging on to this stuff that's meant to go away, with like, we're hanging on to it being dragged. And it's like you're hurting yourself so much more, that because you're so scared of letting go. You're just being dragged at this point. And so the new beginnings it's just been here waiting for you to be brave enough. So stop thinking that you're not capable of sitting in uncomfortable emotions. Stop thinking that you're not capable of being sad. Be sad. It's not going to end you. It's not going to. It's going to make you stronger. You're going to learn from it, but you're avoiding the lesson, and you know it. You are choosing comfort over growth, and you know it. You needed to hear it like that. You are choosing comfort over growth, and you know it. And that's okay. Just own it. That's okay. Just own it. Don't try to make it something that it's not. Stop trying to tell the stories that you're lost and you don't know. No, you're just choosing comfort over growth right now because you're in survival mode. And the only way to get out of survival mode is to do something different, but you keep going through the same pattern of what you know because it's comfortable. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. You got to get to the root of this. You can't keep trying to attack the pattern midway through the steps. You got to get to the root of the shit if you want to be done with it. Because you can intellectualize it and talk about it all day long. But time is of the essence. And the way that you take yourself for granted hurts. The way that you take yourself for granted hurts. It does. The way that you are allowing these precious years to get away from you hurts. You're never going to be this young again. So if getting older is deterring you, it would make sense to start right now. You're never going to be this young again. You're already older since I've made this statement. You're never going to be this young again. So if your age is a factor on why you can't start over, then you might as well get started now because you're never going to be this young again. That's it. You have to make a choice. You got to stop selling yourself short. You got to stop finding obstacles all the time. You got to let go of needing to be in control of how this is supposed to look and go with the flow and follow your heart. And you need to have discernment when the grace and being patient with yourself is becoming toxic because of how you feel. You're not feeling good and you're not feeling worthy and you're not feeling these things because you know that you are worthy of more, yet your actions are not in alignment with what you know, which is what makes you hurt. Ignorance is no longer bliss. It was different when you were ignorant and blissful a few years ago, so then you didn't have any correlation to why you feel the way that you felt, so you could just stay blissful. But now you have context and dialogue and information and understanding on why you feel the way that you feel. And so all these other things, it's just like, no, it's just this. And it's not going to change until you change. And so now it's just a matter of when you are ready to make those changes. So it's just like all this other stuff is just overcomplicating it. And you know it. You're trying to buy time. That's not how it works, baby. Time is moving whether you do anything or not. You're not buying time. Time is moving without you. It's just true. And I'm speaking to myself. We got Leo and Virgo because I'm a Leo moon and a Virgo rising. Okay? So we got Leo, the extrovert, and then we got Virgo, the alchemist. It is time to alchemize these feelings into something that is tangible and visual. It is time for you to take this carefully curated, calculated Virgo part of you, the one that's meticulous, and allow it to be seen, okay? Allow it to be seen. Allow it to that charismatic part of you to be seen and do it in your way, okay? You know that a big part of it is to speak your truth. You know that a big part of it is for you to be just honest. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Let your personality and the way in which you express it be enough. Let it be enough. Be okay with it. Know that there's value in it, even if no one likes it. Know that there's value in it, even if people are not clapping for you all the time. There's a reason why, because you need to learn how to clap for yourself. If every single part of your motivation and happiness comes because you're having a viral video, you're not going to be happy all the time. I'll tell you that. It's supposed to be bigger than this. You're doing it for more than the external validation at this point, or are you? That's something that you have to be honest with yourself about. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to answer this call? What is it that you want to get out of it? Is it to genuinely help people? Is it to help yourself? Is it just to be seen in a certain way? How do you want to feel? None of the answers are wrong. None of the answers that are wrong. I just want to ask the questions, because I think that we do a lot of catastrophizing how everything's going to go wrong. But like, why do you even want to do it in the first place? What is it? What is this? Like, why is it so scary for you to monetize the gifts that you give people naturally? It's a worthiness thing, babe. Especially when it comes to the coaching, my coachers, my people who love to hold space for people. Put a heart in the chat if you're the hold space person. You love to hold space for people. You love it. You genuinely love talking through emotions and feelings with people. Okay? Put a heart in the chat if that's what you feel is your gift, and that people naturally gravitate to you to hold space, right? They do. Okay, so that's your calling. That's your calling. And so how do you find a way to make a living doing that? Because that's something that comes natural to you. It's something that people naturally gravitate towards you for, meaning that you'll be able to make a living doing so, because when you just take the price tag off, people just naturally gravitate for your advice, for your wisdom, right? But then as soon as you add the price tag, all of a sudden you're not worth it. Why? Is the information less valuable in your space is less valuable when you put a price tag on it? What's the discomfort in that? You know, these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. These are the questions that you have to ask yourself. When I put myself out there, what am I scared of people seeing? Okay, when you still, because I know that I have a lot of coaches and I have a lot of writers, I have a lot of people that want to put their feelings out there. So again, what is it that scares you? What is it that keeps you stuck? Are you in your head around the logistics? Is it about are you still trying to control how people perceive you? There's a block, and we'll get to the root of it. But it only will happen if you're super duper honest with yourself. And it's hard for us to hear that inner voice or hear the universe when we are constantly moving and distracting ourselves. And that's why I'm speaking to myself. I'm doing this little full moon ritual where the 4th through the 9th, I'm going to completely turn off my phone and keep it in my closet. That's how much I know I need to disconnect. So I'm going to do this thing. I just want to be alone with myself for those 4 days as much as I can, because I do have to work, and I kind of wish, this is the time where I wish I didn't have a job at this point, like have to go anywhere, because I wish I could. However you respond to that, then I'll just move there. I don't need to get ahead and try to get in your head and try to control how you perceive it. I just want to be myself, and then I want the natural reaction that you have to me, and then that will let me know if this is a match or it's not. Or maybe we need a little more time around each other. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know, and I need to be okay with not knowing how everything's going to end. Where am I at right now? What can I do right now? What am I doing right now? How do I feel right now? Really grateful, really happy, but definitely ready to be more financially stable and ready to lock in and do whatever, focus and let go whatever I need to let go of to manifest whatever the fuck it is. I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, okay, I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. Okay, I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. Okay, ready to meet you halfway, bitch. I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. Hey, I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. Okay, what I gotta do, I'm ready to meet you halfway. What I need to do, give me the downloads, okay? I'm ready to meet you halfway, bitch. What I need to do, stop eating sugar, what I need to do, stop smoking weed, what I need to do, I'm ready to do it. That's where I'm at now. And I hate that it takes me sometimes to be at this point, but this is just how it is. Like I said, I'm on my own timing, but I'm at the point where I'm like, whatever I need to do, I don't even want this stuff no more. I don't want this no more. Please let me take away the urge, bitch. I'm at that point. Have you been at that point? Please make me not like him no more. Please, God, let me not give a fuck about him no more. Have you been there? Or please let me not care. I don't want to crave this no more. Please let me hate sugar. Let me be repulsed by it. Let me hate sugar. Let me be repulsed by it. Have you ever been there? God, have you ever prayed that? Woo! I remember sometimes, please Please let me wake up and not give a motherfuck about this motherfucker ever again. I've been there. I don't want to give a fuck about him no more. Release me from this shit. I don't want to fucking care. I've been like that. Sorry, I'm just channeling. I'm really able to channel those emotions, you know. It's really painful, you know. But we're past it. We're out of it. I got my wish, bitch. Got my wish. I got my wish, bitch. Got my wish. That's how we can joke about it and laugh about it, but it wasn't shit funny back then, bitch. I was serious, on my knees, crying in the bed, like feeling physical pain. I'm like, this is crazy. Why am I feeling physical pain in my body from this relationship? What the fuck is going on? I'm literally tossing and turning as this, like, there's like I'm a puppet or some shit, like a voodoo doll. That's how I felt like. What is going on? Why am I tossing and turning? I didn't know heartache felt like this. It was a real physical feeling, bitch. It's a real physical feeling. I see why we try to avoid that. I see why we try to avoid it. And mine was amplified because it was like all these other people that I avoided. So mine felt like literal death. Like it felt like a literal death because it was just amplified. All the people that I was just like, nope, not feeling it. On to the next bitch. And so then it was just amplified. And I was just like, I'm nothing. And it brought me down to the very lowest low because I realized I was collecting the validation from all these people. I was collecting and collecting and collecting. And then when I finally hit rock bottom and it was all pulled from under me, I felt like nothing. And that's when I said, oh my God, I got to rebuild from a place of truth. I got to rebuild from rock bottom now. What is my confidence without these people? What is my confidence without a man? What is my confidence without no fucking friends? What is my confidence without no money? What is my confidence without no car? I've had to find it through all of it. I've had to keep finding it through all of it. And I'm going to keep finding it. Because my confidence does not come outside of me. It'd be knocking me though. Not being able to buy shit be rocking your ass though. So let's keep it. Not being able to get shit be rocking you. Having your mom pay for your stuff and like knowing people are, okay, I got you. That be rocking that shit. It'd be rocking your ass. Can you learn to receive? Can you know that everyone needs help the same way that you've helped people? Do you see the people that you've helped differently, less than, lower than? Is that something, that judgment that you need to focus with and correct within yourself if you can't receive help without having to be judged? Are you judging other people? Or are you being harder on yourself than you are with other people because you've helped people all the time, no judgment? And now that you need help, now you're judging yourself? How's that fucking fair? How's that fair? Quickly. It's not. Say quickly. I'm involved in this. Trust me. This is not my reading to you guys. This is Spirit's reading to all of us. So that's why I just answered. I'm a part of the collective today, bitch. Okay? I'm in the collective. I'm on the other side of the screen with y'all. Just physically, you see me. Okay? All right. Last few cards and then... I'm going to start making some content and focus. You are cleansing everything out that is not supposed to be here anymore. Cleansing it all out. You are finding balance between that all or nothing energy that you know is not serving you. You can't be all fitness, going crazy, working out 24/7, never have a morsel of sugar, weighing out everything. You don't want that. You've been that. You don't want nothing. Sitting on the couch, doing nothing, becoming complacent, starting to feel bad about yourself because your body is starting to change. You know what the fuck happens when you sit there and you're just eating shit. You don't feel good. It's mental and you know that, and then it reflects, you know, and you look in the mirror and you see something that a lot of people don't even see because it's mental. And so that all or nothing is not working no more. Balance. I want to take care of myself and I also want to have a piece of cake, but I don't want cake to be something that I indulge in every fucking day. I want to have more balance. I want cake to be something of what it used to be, special, a treat, not the main nutrients of my diet. And then I'm sitting here wondering why I feel like shit. We got to wake up. We got to do different things. It's just constant. Come on, get out of this loop. Okay? What you're doing to yourself is causing the effect of how you're feeling. The cause and the effect is you. Okay? The cause and the effect is you. All right. So you're trying to get to that balance. You're trying to get to that balance. That's where we're going. We're balanced. We're finding balance. Okay. We are protecting ourselves through our speech and boundaries now. This is a big one that we're integrating too. So we are cleansing out. So we're letting go. Big pillar. We are finding balance. Big pillar. We are protecting ourselves now. Big pillar. We are protecting ourselves now through our speech and boundaries and speaking up. Big pillar. And that leads to being more illuminated and happy. That leads to the happiness. Look at this. This does this. This is what the happiness is. And even though in the moment it feels uncomfortable, I'm telling you, it doesn't stay that way. Just get through it. Allow yourself to get through it just to see what's on the other side. You never, I don't want to say never, but you got to allow yourself to see what's on the other side of this part that you want to bypass so bad. There's so much juicy knowledge and wisdom and strength and maturity in this part that you don't want to feel and that you're trying to bypass. That's where the maturity is going to come from. You don't want to keep feeling like this little girl, this little boy in these relationships. You don't want to keep feeling like this little child in these relationships. You want to feel grounded. You want to feel sure about who you are. You want to know who you are. You want to be aware of what you bring to the table. You want to be aware of the things that you're working on. You don't want to project your shit onto people. You don't want to use people as a punching bag no more. You don't want to pour in and attach and be unhealthy and all these things. You don't want that shit no more. That's the immature part of you that was wounded and stunted. You're coming out of that now. Okay? We're coming out of that now. What does that look like? Whatever that looks like, start to embody it, whether you're in a relationship or not. Embody it with your friends. Embody it with the person at the gym. Embody it with everything. Embody it right now, who you are. Who would you be in this relationship? Start being that now. So if that means that you want to have more patience, you're going to be sent a lot of opportunities where you're going to lose your cool and you get to decide how you want to show up. You want to learn how to not be so anxious all the time. You're going to be put in situations that typically make you anxious so that you can choose a different route, so that you can choose something else and sit with it and actually rationalize why you feel this way in the first place. We got to stop doing these things on autopilot and just thinking that this is who we are. My anxiety. What do you mean your anxiety? You are anxious. It's not your anxiety is an identity. You are anxious. Why? My depression. That's who you are. You are depression. Yeah. So, yes, how we navigate them. And a lot of us don't have the tools to navigate them in healthy ways, which is why we turn to ways that are not as healthy. And we need to discern and recognize that. And we need to, in the moment, do different things. This is why I know I need to do this detox. Because I need to do something different to cope with certain emotions now. I got to practice what I preach. And so I'm very excited for 4/4 is what I'm going to be going my little blackout period. So when you don't see me, that's why. I mean, I'll talk to you about it more. I still have a few days. But 4/4 to 4/9, that's when my moon is in Sagittarius. The moon, my sun sign is in the moon. It's just the whole thing that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I need a reset, a detox, and it's not even mostly about that because I just came off of fasting from Ramadan. So it's not even that. It's just like a digital detox and just, I want to be bored. I never thought I would say this, but I want to be bored. I miss being bored. I miss just sitting outside being bored and not being stimulated constantly. I miss just having my own thoughts more. I miss just looking at the tree. I miss being present. I miss it. I don't want to know everything about everybody anymore. I don't want to know everything and every second all the time. I just want to look at the tree some days. And that'd be enough. And then I want to be creative and say, man, what am I feeling right now just looking at this tree? And I want to sit under the tree with my sound bowls, with my music and a computer. And I want to just play what I'm feeling and I want to record it. And then I just want to listen back to it. And I don't want the intention to make money from it. I just want to create. I'm just desperate to create for nothing. And so that's why I have to get myself out of survival mode, because it's very hard to create when you need to survive financially. And so I am really working on it. Even if that means renting my place out and not having a place so I don't have to have the stress of finances. That's where I'm at. Renting my place out. My mom is so gracious. She said I can use her house as her home base, and then I'll get a small storage. I can afford, with the rent that I make from my tenant, to get a small storage, and then I want to just live somewhere every month or something. And I know I can go back to my mom's house if shit gets crazy and something happens and money runs out. I know that I have a plan. And I don't want to be too proud to say, oh my God, at 40, you're going to just run off. I don't want these narratives in my head anymore. I don't want these narratives that you hear in your head at 40 is so irresponsible. Well, it's just me. And I know that I'm privileged that it's just me. And so because I am who I am and my experiences is what I have, I can run off if I want to and not really be irresponsible to anyone, I guess, but myself. So however you feel, if you feel that me running away is irresponsible, then you can feel that here while I'm out running. You know? It's just like clap back at these arbitrary rules that we place on ourselves. Clap back at that shit. Clap back at the thoughts. Clap back at the conditioning. Clap back at the indoctrination. Clap back at that shit. Oh my God, you're too old to be a mother. No, I'm not. I'm right on time. If I'm going to be a mother, I want to be as good as a mother as I can. And I know that I will make mistakes, but I know 100% if I had my child at 20, I definitely would have perpetuated a lot of shit. So don't tell me when I'm supposed to do it. Clap back. I'm going to do what's best for me. It's my body, my stuff. You're not going to be here, so shut the fuck up. Respectfully. Clap back. Yeah, anyway, I can be a mother, but what kind? I want to be a certain type. Clap back. It's actually right on time. Clap back. Or if you already are a mother and you're coming into this and you're having these changes and you have a child and you already are coming into that, clap the fuck back at whatever the indoctrination that motherhood is too. Clap back on that shit too. On who a mother is supposed to be and what a mother is supposed to look like and how a mother is supposed to dress and what a mother is supposed to talk like. Shut the fuck up. Clap back at that shit. And mothers are allowed to reinvent themselves too. Mothers are allowed to change too. Mothers are allowed to do certain things that people say you shouldn't do because what about it? No. I'm not going to let you judge me and the things and the decisions that I'm doing for the best interest just because it looks different than you. You're over here telling me that you want to help me and in the same sentence judging me. What would help me is if you judge me less so I can move the way I fucking want to move without feeling like I'm being judged and looked down on every single time because I have a child. I'm still a fucking human independent of a child. I still have fetishes and goals and sexuality and kinks and all of it. That shit doesn't go away just because I became a mother. I'm still fucking horny. I still want to do shit. That doesn't go away just because I'm a mother. I'm still me. And I'm honestly channeling for the mothers because I'm not a mother yet. But this is what I would feel like. I feel like if I was, I don't know. If I was, this is what the fuck I would say to all this shit if I was. And I just sit and listen and everything because I'm not in it. But man. Some of the shit, and when I hear it through my friends and the things that they say, and I don't want this. No, fuck all that. You're going to not do a job that makes you excited and happy because you're worried about how this profession is going to be perceived. No, you know who you are. You know why you're doing it, and you know what kind of mother you are. That should be enough. If you want to judge me based on what I do and you want to judge this and all these things, you're not someone I want in my life anyway. Because the people in my life are actually going to hear my story and know where the fuck I come from to maybe understand why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing. I don't have time for it. That's what I would say. And half my friends who are going through these things, they're more present with their children than I've ever gotten. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. Shut the fuck up. Stop telling me how to feel. Stop telling me what to do. Stop telling me how I should look. Shut the fuck up. I'm channeling the rage for somebody. And with the men that try to control. The men that try to control the single mothers who are doing everything, and it's out of their ego because they really don't give a fuck to actually be present and do the things they need to do, but they like the control, and their consciousness feels guilty, and that's why they show up once in a while and post the pictures and do all the shit to try to appear to be someone that they're not. I'm just speaking from my own experiences and for someone that I'm channeling for right now, because this is not the situation for all men, so I don't want to be taken that way. I want to just know that we're talking about a specific archetype, a specific dynamic that does exist, that is prevalent, that is generational. Okay, so I'm not saying anything that's not true for at least one person. So if you feel offended, you have to look in the mirror and understand and ask yourself why. If I'm saying something that is not resonating with you, then why are you upset? It's because it is. It does. And these are conversations that a lot of men particularly are not ready to have, because it takes accountability, and that is something that in these dynamics I've seen that they run from a lot. Because they are running from their own little inner children. They are running from the little boy that still is within them, and they haven't cried about how they're so disappointed that their father and mother let them down. They haven't cried about it yet. They haven't cried about it yet. They haven't acknowledged it yet. They don't want to sit with it. They keep trying to fuck it away. They keep trying to smoke it away. They keep trying to drink it away. And they keep trying to have this false character and this role and the perception. They care more about the perception than the reality, and that's the problem. And then eventually the child will grow up and see the parent for themselves, and then they'll wonder why they have a strained relationship and why the parent or why the child doesn't want shit to do with them, and then they'll blame the mother. They'll blame the mother like they've always been blaming the mother, because they are blaming their actual mother. But you represent the mother, the baby mama, the mother, the child's mother. You represent his mother. And so he's taking out all the pain and anger that he doesn't feel confident enough or doesn't feel seen and heard enough to take out on his own mother, on you. And you let him because you see the pain, you see yourself in him, and you do want to save him, and you do want to coddle him, and you do want to be that safe space for him, you do. But you see how much it weighs on you because he can't hold you the same way that you hold him emotionally. But you overcompensate with other things. And you lie and tell yourself that this is enough. And you always get back to the same conversation and the same argument, because you're not being honest with yourself. They are not what you're really wanting. But you don't want to perpetuate the same abandonment wounds that they already have with their mother. That's why you keep going back, and why you stay is because you don't want to perpetuate the same wounds that they have with their own mother. You feel responsible for them. Why? Because you're still trying to save your own dad. Yes, absolutely. Just don't get caught up on the pronouns. Just assign the energy if it fits. Yeah. Just assign the energy. It could be her, it could be him, it could be them, it could be whatever. Just assign that energy. If it feels right, then that's right. If you're resonating, go deeper. Okay? We've cheapened ourselves and dumbed down ourselves, even being so fixated on that in the first place. These arguments that we have are so fucking ridiculous. Call me what you want. Call me what you want. I don't have to entertain the meaning. I don't have to accept it. It doesn't have to penetrate me. We give people way too much power. We give people way too much power to hurt us. Just because you think someone calling you a racial slur should hurt you doesn't mean that it always will. Just because objectively it should hurt doesn't mean that it always will. I'm learning that. Objectively, I should be really angry, but if I'm getting honest, I'm really not. Sometimes I will be. Sometimes you may catch me on the wrong day and I'll wild out. But right now, I'm choosing not to get angry over this racial slur because I'm genuinely not angry about it. Objectively, I should be, but that's not acting from a place of authenticity. It's acting from a place of how I should be feeling. But in this moment, I don't feel like it. So I'm just going to keep it moving. Choices. It's not worth it. you know? All right, y'all. I hope this helped today. I love connecting with y'all. I've missed y'all. I feel so much more regulated now. I had so much to get out. This is such a regulation for me. Yeah. Yeah. When you've done the work to decondition what these words used to mean to you, now you can say the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now you can say it when you've actually done the work to deconstruct what those words that used to hurt you actually meant to you. And now that those words don't mean the same thing because you've assigned a new definition, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Because your words are not my truth no more. At one point, it was. At one point, I can admit that some of the racial slurs and some of the things that you told me, I felt about myself. So therefore, it tore me up and it broke me down. Because I didn't enjoy being black and I didn't like the dark skin. So when you made fun of my dark skin, it felt like a truth. But it's no longer my truth anymore. It's actually quite the opposite. I fucking love how dark my skin is and I love how it looks. So anyone who makes fun of my skin, I'm just like, damn, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, okay. I love it. This is you got to hit me somewhere else. You got to hit me somewhere else because this is not the thing that's going to make me crack. You got to go deeper. You got to go deeper. Hit me where it hurts more, but definitely not the color of my skin. I'm in love with that now. So that, you see what I'm saying? So the sticks and stones. Oh, Blackie, look how dark you are. Oh, we don't want you to get in the sun because you're going to be a shadow. Oh, it's so not fair playing hide and seek with Kristen outside when it gets dark at night. All she has to do is close her mouth and her eyes, and then we won't be able to see her because she's such a shadow. That's not fair. You have an advantage. That's not fair. Your black skin lets you hide more and all these different things. Don't penetrate me anymore. But I could acknowledge it. That was inner teen just kind of blurted out really quick. My inner teen was just like, no, we're going to talk about it. Sorry, that was kind of random. My inner teen was like, no, remember this? When they said, remember when they used to talk about this? Remember when they used to say, oh, do you want to go to the tanning bed? Oh, I mean, you wouldn't want to because then you would literally just become burnt to a crisp. I'm like, actually, you're more burnt to a crisp going in a tanning bed than me because my skin is actually made for this shit. If we're really getting scientific, bitch. But I didn't have that awareness and that clap back. I just wanted everybody to like me, you know? So now I know, and now that's what I'm saying. I protect her now. And she knows how much I love her and how much I accept her. So even when someone does say something, she doesn't even feel like triggered because she's like, oh no, I know you got me. I know how we feel now. That's not how we feel no more. You know? So, but then if something does penetrate me and something does trigger me, I'm okay with saying, hey, ooh, I actually do feel a little kind of way about this word that someone just said. Can we sit with this for a second? Yep. Okay. Why did this hurt us? Why did this make us feel this way? Is there still some truth to this? Like even, even if it's an old outdated truth, is there an old outdated truth that's making us feel a visceral feeling because of these words? Yeah, I guess I still do feel like a burden. Yeah, I guess I still do feel a little shame around that. Okay, well, I guess it's good that they triggered it. I guess it's good that they judged us. We could look at it like they judged us and this is bad, but I guess it's good that someone pointed it out because we didn't even know that we were still feeling some shame around this. So if they hadn't judged us, we wouldn't have known. Perspective. That's a good thing. Thank you for judging me because now I got to know more about myself and now this is not going to hurt me no more. So thank you for highlighting some shame that I didn't know I was still carrying. Now I can work through it. And now next time, if you say this to me again, I'm not going to care about it. Thank you. Perspective. That's how I choose it. Some people may say that's delusional. I don't. I can control the way that I choose to see things. And I can choose to see things that catastrophize and make me feel like shit, or I can choose to see things in a way that uplifts me. I have choices. We all have choices. What choices are you making? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, I really have to go now. All right, I love y'all. I have to finish this little art thing for so I'm doing a little project. I gotta finish something because I gotta do something really special that I'm doing. I'm really excited. Okay, so I gotta finish that and then I gotta go and walk outside in the sunshine. These are my things I need to do today. Finish an art project, walk in the sunshine, have a delicious meal, and create some content and go to the mall with my mom today because we didn't go on the weekend. That's on my list today. So oh, and probably go to the gym and sweat it out. I'm going to go to the sauna and do that too. So those are the things that are on my list today. Okay. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Love y'all. Bye. Bye.